This is my son. I got this shirt 10 years ago when my son Miles died. They spelled his name wrong, so we don't use it too much. It's one of those error shirts that I've always had. That's my son Miles. He died at 4.5 months of sudden infant death syndrome. So welcome to another episode of the Best of What's Around. I'm Patrick Houston, and on this show I like to talk about interesting ideas and creative concepts for like-minded people. So I was on the Dave Ramsey website, the Dave Ramsey's Baby Steppers website, and a lot of people say these weird things like, if Congress made $7.25 an hour, they would raise, Congress would raise the the minimum wage, to realize that that's not a livable wage. And I just think about, it's such an ignorant and poor mindset. Why it seems like Congress doesn't do much. The sheer amount of work, and yes, fortune too, to get to Congress, to do that job. And to actually realize that they're irrelevant, and it's big business that actually runs you. Google runs you more than Trump does. But thinking about that one movie I was talking about on this channel before, it was called I think it was called The Longshot. Directed by Seth Rogen. I think he's actually he's in the movie too, the main caster in the movie, and it's basically about this woman who was a congresswoman. I think she was a senator or a congresswoman or a speaker of the House, something like that. And just looking at her day-to-day schedule, it was literally programmed in 5-minute increments. She had 5 minutes to talk to this person, 10 minutes to talk to that person, go here, do that. That's going to take longer if you do that. When she was in a car ride, she had to do some kind of business thing there. And it was just this intense schedule. And most of us, after work is over with, that's Netflix time, that's laundry time, that's farting off time. There's some people who will work, those 16-hour shifts, and to you I say, you know what? Kudos, but cut that shit out. Cut it out. Train too much of your life force for money. So, I say that to say this, the more I work towards everything, the more I earn. And I'm realizing that it's not the time equity that you have to put in to gain ahead in life. It's actually mental equity. Your brain must be on whatever you're doing to an extent of whatever you're mildly interested in. Your brain you should be on that so hard to you eat, sleep, and breathe it. You have to establish routines just to get your life in order, just to eat, sleep, and breathe it. Your life, you need to make your life automatic. Automatic to the point where you can handle a massive workload. Because, getting back to the senator analogy, if anybody, I would love to see the average, no disrespect to any McDonald's workers who, are listening to me, but I'm going to say anybody who's angry at Congress or angry at the system, what they go through is insane. It would make your head pop off. You would have to wake up at 5:30. You have to wake up at 4:30 in the morning, half hour to get dressed and wash and eat your breakfast. Hour and a half for the gym, because that's what you got to do. Then you eat your breakfast. Then you spend a little time with the family, head on down to work. You'll be in work, handling meetings, doing all this other crazy stuff. 5, 6 o'clock roll around, you still there. You might take an adjourned recess or something like that, but then you still got to go do other meetings and dinners and galas and other shit to talk to your constituents and your supporters and you got to make every. It's just it's so much. When does you come in? When does you come in? It doesn't. So I would say you have to work as hard as a congressman, because that's the only way to get ahead in this life. It's always better. I said this before, but it's better to bet on yourself. And when you bet on yourself, you don't care about what people make. You don't care about the stupid decisions. You're not passionate. If you bet on yourself, you're not passionate about things that you can't control. So that's my message. That's my message today. You know, you want to be paid like a congressman, work like a congressman. I don't know. Just thinking. Got a lot of stuff in my brain today. Anyway, it's, 6:30. I'm running a little late. I'm at my favorite place. About to get it in. All right, guys. Until next time.